Hello there, beautiful soul family. Welcome to Eringy. I am Erin, and we are going to do a yoga practice to assist us in trusting the process. I know it can be really challenging sometimes to do that, to let go of control, but this practice is going to help you find ways to be stable, to go with the flow, through warrior poses, through mountain pose, through tree pose. We've got it covered. And it's really a reflection of the natural ebb and flow of life. So thank you for showing up today and trusting me as we do this practice together. So roll out your beautiful mat and we'll get started. Okay, my friends, let's come to the top of the mat into your mountain pose, Tadasana. And we're just going to find our footing first, keeping the feet nice and grounded. Really bring that awareness to that support beneath you. It's like exaggerate the movement of your toes. Sort of wriggle them around a little bit. So you're keeping your legs hip distance apart so you can have that strong stability. And essentially that is something that we all need when we are needing to trust our path and our journey. We need to feel like we are stable and strong. So when you have arrived here, just sort of bring your hands by your sides. Shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back down, and really just beaming that chest forward. Sort of engage the thighs just a little bit. Sort of squeeze them in together, not too much, but just so you are really solid, really solid. And when you have arrived here, you might want to close your eyes and just take some breaths to help yourself truly arrive here and trusting the flow of the breath. And maybe you might like to visualize yourself doing this practice. And even though you don't know what poses you're going to be doing today, if this is the first time you've done this class with me, just try to visualize that no matter what, you will be able to approach each pose with a sense of stability, a sense of strength, a sense of confidence within yourself, and also compassion. Because even if we don't get some poses the way that we thought we'd like to get them, or the way we thought we'd like to look like as we do them, it doesn't mean that you are failing in any way or that you're not good enough. It just simply means that it's an opportunity to either try again or do something differently. So you're still trusting the flow. Good. Let's take a nice deep big breath in through the nose. And why not just let it all out through the mouth? Nice deep inhale to bring all that air into the lungs. And then just let it go. Beautiful, excellent. Blink your eyes open. We're going to do some sun salutations, really just to get into the flow of the breath and warm up the body. So as you inhale, take your arms out and up. And then exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, bring the chest as close to the thighs as you can. Add a micro bend here if you need to in the knees, coming to that forward fold. Uttanasana. Stay here for a few moments. On your next in-breath, come up halfway and sort of extend through the crown here. And just keep breathing here. So imagine you're trying to hold maybe like some teacups on your back. So you're kind of keeping a nice straight spine here. Really elongate through the neck. Connecting with the breath. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, you can melt back down again into forward fold. From here, you're going to step back into plank, press the palms down, and then come on into the plank position. You can drop your knees if you need to. Just keep mindfulness as to where your body is in terms of your hands stacked beneath the shoulders. Feeling nice and stable here, engaging the core. Take a full breath in. And then we're going to chaturanga. So we're going to come onto our tippy toes. So we're moving forward a little bit, bending the elbows back, hugging into our body, and then coming on down nice and slowly if you can. When you've found the floor beneath you, the support beneath you, come on up into either mini cobra or full cobra. So as you inhale, pressing up. And just let's hang out here for a bit. You might want to sort of move the hips side to side, forward and backward, massaging the lower back here. Maybe even look behind your shoulders. Keep notice of the breath, what the breath is doing. Okay, come to neutral, take a breath in, and then exhale, come on back down. Tuck the back toes, lift the hips into your first down dog. So in this down dog, spread those fingers nice and wide. Maybe you might like to pedal out the feet a little bit here. Notice what the breath is doing here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. On your inhale, start to walk up to the top of the mat. Come into your forward fold. Take a breath here. Let it go. Inhale, come up halfway. Extend through that crown. And exhale, fold once again. On your next inhale, slowly with control, come on up. Be mindful of how your feet are feeling now. So you're really finding that support beneath you. Beautiful. And you arrive here. Here's the last thing that comes up into our favorite Tadasana, our strong pose here. Check in with the feet once again. And take some breaths. Feeling very, very present. And this is the thing about trust. Because oftentimes we need to connect to that because we really don't know where we're headed, what the journey is going to entail. So we've just got to be here in this moment. And we need to trust that whatever gets thrown our way, that we can truly handle it. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do that sun salutation once again. This time going to be really connected with the breath. My cueing is going to be less because you now have an idea of what to do. So on your inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold once again. Plant the palms down, step back into plank, breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga or drop the knees as you're breathing out. Inhale up into cobra or upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come on up to the top of the mat once again. Forward fold. Breathing all the way out. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, come all the way up with strength. And exhale, palms together in front of the heart. So a lot of the time when we are trusting in the process, we also really do have to trust ourselves, trust our body. And there's an aspect within ourselves that we need to really listen, don't we? Like listen to what our body is saying as well. and we've got to trust those messages. So how about this next round of sun salutation? You really listen, okay? Really listen. If you've got to make some changes to the way that you're doing the poses, go for it. Absolutely. If you want to just challenge yourself even more, I encourage you to do that. But this isn't about making this practice like Pinterest or Instagram perfect or anything like that. This is real life. You know, this is real. We come to this mat because we are focused on trusting. So I really invite you to do that this round. Okay, so as you inhale, you do what you want to do. You can take your arms out and up or do a slight back bend here. And then exhale, forward fold. Chest comes down as close to the thighs as you can. As you inhale, nice long spine as you halfway lift, shoulders back. And then exhale, melt that chest all the way down again. Plant your palms down, step back into plank. Keep a nice strong core here. Come onto your tippy toes. Bend the knees if you need to, and exhale, come all the way down through chaturanga. Beautiful. Upward dog or cobra. Inhale, your choice. Listen to the body. And then exhale, tuck the toes, come into down dog. Beautiful. Let's hang out here for a little bit because this is your opportunity to listen. What does your body want to do here? Maybe it might like to stay stationary. Maybe it wants to add a little bit of movement. So just listen to the body. Good. On your next inhale, step up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Breathing all the way out. Big breath in, comes up halfway. Straighten through that spine again. And then exhale, forward fold. Breathing, come all the way up. Upward salute. And then exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Release hands down by your side, come into your Tadasana. Take some breaths here. And from here, going to interlace the fingers behind you. Send the knuckles down towards the floor. And you're going to roll the shoulders back as you open up the chest and look up. Clearing that space in front of the heart. There's no need to hold on here. No need to cover this space up. Beam it out and just look forward to what lies ahead for you. Putting faith and trust in your path. Take a full breath in and release the hands back into Tadasana. Excellent. Now take a leap of faith. Left leg steps back. Big step back. So you're going to be bending your front knee and the back leg and the toes, or the foot rather, is going to come in a 45-degree angle. So you're entering your warrior one pose. Square those hips toward the front of the mat. Really bend down into the front knee here. See if you can stack your heel in line with your knee. And if you're feeling like it's a bit too much in the back, you can step up a little bit more. So you can find a bit more of a bend in the front there if that's more comfortable. So really, again, listening to the body, that beautiful body of yours. Okay, so once you've found your warrior one pose and you really are directing all your energy to the front of the mat, the front of life, not focusing on anything that's has happened, not mulling over anything in the past, not reliving every moment. We're going to focus here in the present. As you inhale, take your arms out and up. Big breath in. And really find strength here. Beautiful. So really engage the glutes as well, especially your left glute. Roll the pinkies forward a little bit more, so to open up the shoulders here. Really press down here. Finding stability. The strength and the stability you need to keep going. Keep trusting. Beautiful. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, come into your warrior two. So we're going to turn our hips to the long edge of the mat. Arms come out to the sides here, really stretching those fingertips out, sending energy to the left and the right and back again. Sending our hips a little deeper down now, so we're finding that beautiful support in the lower body. And just gaze over your right fingertips or beyond. Gaze over what you can see or what is a little more in front of you, and just be here. Be here. Take a full breath in and just let it go. On your next inhale, going to come back into warrior one. So inhale, left arm comes up. Take a breath here. And then bring your hands down to your hips. Turn that back foot forward so the short edge of the mat is facing now. And as you inhale, going to come into warrior three. You're going to push off onto your right foot, or your weight is going to go down into that. And as you're pushing off, you're going to keep that bend in that knee. So ready? Take an inhale. Breathe it out. On your next inhale, come into warrior three. So going to bend down, push off, find somewhere to focus your gaze on. And then when you feel like you've got that stability, you can keep rising or raising rather that back leg. And if you'd like, keep a bit of a bend in the front standing leg. Shoulders back. See how stable you are. That is beautiful. Arms can go wherever you feel the need. Drop that left hip down toward the ground a bit more. So left hip down, right hip up. Take a breath here. And then exhale, you're going to come back up with care. That left leg is going to come and move forwards. So now it's straight in front of you. And then exhale, come back into warrior three. Okay, so can you see there's a little bit of flow happening here, dropping the chest down, and then come back up as you breathe in. That left leg straightens out in front of you, as straight as you can get it. Some people can go all the way up, which is pretty impressive, but you know, we got to accept where we are and trust. Trust in this movement. Trust that we know the degree of speed at which we want to come into these poses. Good, we're going to do one more here. And bring that left leg forwards. Now from here, you're going to interlace the fingers behind you. Press the knuckles down. And as you bring that left leg back once again, you're going to keep pressing those arms back behind you. And your chest and crown of the head is going to come closer to the floor. It's going to require you to find even more strength, more stability. Keep going. You've got this. Take a breath and come back up into Tadasana. Release the hands. Let's shake it out. Beautiful. There's a little leg work there. You did so good. Okay, so what we do on one side, we've got to keep it balanced. And isn't that what life is as well? Keeping the balance. Okay, so in your Tadasana again, take some breaths here. And breathe it out. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to take a big step with your right leg this time, right back. Come into your warrior one pose. So that back leg and the back foot is going to be pointing at a 45-degree angle here. When you found that, going to bend down into the front leg here. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel really nice? Can you just sort of bring that awareness to how your feet are actually really stable right now? Super grounded on this mat. Doesn't it just feel good to know that no matter what is happening around us, we've had this support, you know, we have this beautiful support. Okay, so once we are here, warrior one is typically facing this direction, the short edge of the mat. So use your hands to rotate your hips forwards. Really keep bending down into that front leg. Find stability here. And if you'd like, take a big breath in, reach the arms up. Find that back bend, just the back bend, a little one, not a big one. Bit of a back bend. So left hip back, right hip forward. Beautiful. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, come into your warrior two. So open up the arms here. Again, finding stability. Stretching those fingertips out, reaching out as if you're reaching out for more supportive, stable, trusting energy. And look over your left shoulder. Take a full breath in. And then breathe it all the way out. On your next inhale, you're going to come back into warrior one. Inhale. Beautiful. Feeling strong here, yeah? Strong. Good. Take a breath here. And then breathing it out. Going to come into our warrior three. So I invite you to place your hands on your hips to keep guiding those hips forward. Turn that back foot forward. So your short edge of the mat now. Bend down through the front leg. You're going to lift off with faith, with trust. Lift off. And then slowly bring that back leg up. Straighten the back leg out a bit. Point the back toes down. Drop the right hip down, left hip up. Shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Trust yourself. See, you are trusting yourself here. And if you're feeling wobbly, that's okay. That is totally okay. We are going to wobble, aren't we, in life? That's what we do. Nothing is always perfect, and we're definitely not always feeling grounded, are we? I certainly don't. So we're going to do that flow again. So as you inhale, you're going to come back up, sort of like you're coming into Tadasana, but your right leg is going to come forwards, straighten out if you can, and then back. Find that flow. So we're flowing with life, aren't we? Just going with it. And we're listening to the feedback of the body as we do this, knowing how high we can get the front leg, how high the back leg can go, how much we need to straighten out that left leg, or we might need to have a micro bend, protect the knees. Beautiful. Let's do this one more time. Breathing in and breathe out. Good. Come back. Right leg is still forwards again. Don't have to do it all the way, but you're going to release the hands, interlace the fingers behind you, really open through that chest. No need to protect the chest here, you know. There's no need. It's okay to be open and free. As you breathe in, you're going to bring that right leg back behind you once again, like we're coming into warrior three. And this is called toppling tree pose. So it does feel a little like we're toppling, doesn't it? Find your stability here and then see if you can go a little deeper. So keep pressing the knuckles back. Bring the chest down if you can. You're doing so well. Take a breath here. And then release back into Tadasana. Nice and easy. Release the hands and just shake it out. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful job. Alrighty, so from here, let's come into tree pose. So finding that stability again. Left leg can come up onto the side of your right ankle if that's comfortable, and you can sort of stand here, hands on hips to find the stability. Or you can bring it up onto the side of the right calf muscle or on the inner part of your right thigh. Left foot, toes are pointing down towards the ground. When you found that stability, take an inhale, arms out and up, or even in prayer position, or just keep them on your hips. Listen to the body. Send the left knee back behind you. So what I'd like for you to do is just bring awareness to the hips. I'm going to keep them squared here. And the hips are that very thing that supports us and keeps us flexible. So keep breathing here. Take a full breath in. And then exhale. If your hands aren't there yet, just bring the hands down to your hips. Now, I wanted to challenge you a little bit here. You can stay in this position if you like, but we're just going to do a bit of a swing kind of action. So this is tree pose still, but we're adding a side bend. So with your left hand, you're going to be, okay, so if your foot is up here on the inner part of your thigh, then you can take your hand here, take hold of the ankle, but if not, you can just sort of keep it on your hip. Okay, so a few options there. So if you choose to do that, you can take hold of the ankle, right arm comes out and up, and then we're going to bend over to the left. Okay, so just find something to focus, focus your balance on. Keep bending. Press that left foot into the side of the other leg. That's what's going to help you find that support. Find a stretch in the side of the right body. Take a breath here. And then come back up. Beautiful. You can release the leg down. And, you know, maybe walk it out a little bit just to find a bit of energy and movement, especially in that right leg. And of course, we are going to do it on the other side. Okay, so finding Tadasana once again. Take a full breath in and breathe it out. Right leg comes up this time. Wherever you choose, just as long as it's not on the knee of the left, because we just don't want to do that. And then when you have found your grounding, found your support, take a full breath in and place your arms wherever they want to go. Find comfort in feeling a little unstable, which might be a weird thing to do. But it's just another feeling, isn't it? Feeling of instability and feeling like we don't have control. And sometimes that can be quite scary. But in this pose, this is really reminding you that you can move, right? You can go with the flow, like wind in the trees, swaying. And you might like to add a little bit of swaying motion here to really integrate that idea that we sometimes just have to go with the flow. Sometimes we can't control everything. Beautiful. So from here, I'd like you to put your arms down to your hips if they're not there. Right hand can come onto your ankle, holding yourself there if you need. Left arm up and over, and find this tree pose side bend. Press that right foot into the thigh or the calf muscle, wherever you've got your right foot here. Notice the movement. Your standing foot is likely moving a fair bit. Always readjusting. Always. And that's what we do. Reminding you that life is about adjusting. Keep finding that nice side bend here. And I'm going to topple over. Yep, see, it happens. It happens, but how do you come back from that? Okay, so you're probably still in this pose. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, come back down. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come into our Tadasana once again. I'm going to do a sun salutation once again. Take a big inhale, arms out and up. Nice back bend here. And exhale, forward fold. Just melt everything down. As you inhale, come up halfway and really find that straightening of the back and the crown. And then exhale, fold once again. Plant the palms down, nice sturdy here. Plank position is your friend. Keep that core engaged. Take a full breath in. And then exhale on the tippy toes or drop the knees. Come down through chaturanga. Inhale, slide your way into cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a breath in, drop the knees down, and then walk them to the back of the wrists here. And we're going to make our way onto our backs now. So come on down. Such a nice feeling after you've been standing up for so long. Okay, so in this position, I invite you to keep your knees bent The feet are going to be hip distance apart. So we're going to come into a version of bridge pose. Difference is that we're going to be moving our arms as well as our hips. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift the hips up. So really pull the hips up towards the sky. And then your arms are going to come up and overhead. And then exhale, you're going to gently bring the arms up and down along with your hips. Okay, so can you sort of see or feel this beautiful flow with the breath as you breathe in, hips and arms up and over. And then exhale, hips back down, arms down. Inhale, be guided by the breath and look how adaptable you are right now. You know, this might be a whole new pose for you. You might not have done this one before. So you're adapting with it. And if it's something you have done before, you might notice that today feels a little differently to other times that you've done it. Maybe it's feeling a little easier today. So this flow, this movement, this connection with breath is really a reminder of the adaptability that you have and how able you are to adapt to life. One last inhale as arms come up, hips up, nice and strong core and glutes. And then exhale, just let everything come down. Inhale, bring both legs up towards your chest. Give yourself a nice, beautiful squeeze here. You deserve this. And this is one of my favorite wind down poses. This is wind release pose. And you might like to rock side to side. You might need to draw circles with your knees if that feels good. And draw circles the other way. Allowing your breath to become more even. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your forehead up toward your knees. Give yourself one final big squeeze, telling yourself, I've got this, I'm strong, I'm courageous. And then as you exhale, Savasana, let everything go. Legs out nice and wide. Arms out wide if you'd like, or you might like to place them on your chest or your stomach. Let's walk the shoulder blades down a little bit, just away from the ears so you're not scrunching into the neck here. And when you find this beautiful resting pose, close your eyes. Take some big, deep inhales through the nose and just let it out through the mouth. So really, really want to congratulate you for showing up today on your mat and exploring different poses that did require you to really put faith in yourself. And, you know, you trusted in me as well. So I really, I thank you so much for that. But just you identifying that this is a true want of yours, a true need of yours to trust. And I know that maybe in the past things have happened where it has tested your trust in other people, in yourself, even in the universe, or whatever higher power you sort of relate to or resonate with. And that can be pretty challenging. But today you demonstrated the ability to just go with the flow and adapt and to listen to your body. So as you're breathing in this Savasana pose, maybe part of that breath or all of that breath could really encompass a whole lot of gratitude toward yourself, a whole lot of love for yourself. And then see if you can extend that same vibration to the outer world. Because even in this pose, you still have an element of trust here. Trust that you're safe. Trust that you have time. Just fully trusting the process. You're very, very welcome to stay in this pose for as long as you'd like, to integrate everything that you have connected to throughout your practice today. I'm sending you so much love. Namaste.